To home, no king without a throne, no cross without a crown. Yo, yo, no friendly king, no crown. When you see the rest of man, them come around. Pharaoh, why loving down, using the negative and turn them around. Separation, bring inspiration.
Is my name. Turn around and wonder what she is made of. She just loves this groovy little thing we got going. It will last as long as her heart's are beating. She just loves this groovy little thing we got going. It will last as long as her heart's are beating. Many did try, but she would not leave me. Many did try to tell her lies about me. Sometimes the things they say, Lord knows, would hurt me. With a smile, she just ignored their silly tries.
Are you sitting on a story the world needs to hear?
Is all I wanna do. Believe me, girl. Won't be denied or rejected by cheap words or what you may have heard. Still I've got it plenty, and for you, my empress, yeah. My love will never run empty. We've got the touch that means so much. Come on, let's light it up.
A pleasant good morning. Good morning, Delbert. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, Tommy. Good morning.
Thank you. Good. Yeah. It's Saturday morning. Saturday. I had a good challenge here, so I kind of trying to fix stuff that should have been done, but somehow I don't know. Technology sometimes these days not doing what I wanted to do. So yeah, it's kind of giving me a run for my money here. But nevertheless, I gotta fix my camera otherwise. Yeah. How you doing, my man? How you doing? Right. All right. Good morning, Doris. Yeah. So, Delbert, this morning, I want us to look at. I try to get Hudson, but I ain't seen Hudson to come on here. I want to talk a little bit about the Canadian politics, what's happening in Canada, the resignation of the pending resignation of the Prime Minister, the Trump threat of tariff on the Canadian government and Mexico and that. And then I want to dive into greater politics, not politics as it is, but Deacon's recent interview on that interview did and the specific point of educating and changing the whole scope of education and preparing the children, the new generation for the coming age of education and employment internationally, not just locally, but restructuring education in Grenada to feed the world instead of just having it like I think one thing he alluded to is the question of, okay, so you finish school, what next? You know what I mean? No skill, no nothing. You have all those subjects and you still can't do anything. You know maths, science, you English, you have this, you have all 13 subjects, and then you still don't have a skill. And I listened to that and I thought of Mr. Valentine Vivek, in our assembly hall in 1977, 78, and he said, no matter how educated you are, you need a skill. You need to have a skill. You have a school here, they have a typing pool, you have a science center, you have a drafting room, and you have a woodworking center. Take a peek. Okay? Don't leave this school without a skill. And Granville Secondary, Waltham Secondary School, Booker Secondary, those schools are fully equipped. I mean, Gary, tell what you want about Gary. He brought in the people to prepare them for the year to come. The people didn't see it. I tell you, he brought in computers. We have one lab, a computer center at typing pool with 45 computer typewriters in it. Right? Today, Granville Secondary School has I know that computer. I haven't been there now, but I know a lot of children come from that school, right? As draftsmen and women. There's a drafting room there, woodworking center, so you can harness your skill. I'm one of those persons that learned to draw, the drafting. And still use it today. So I think education for the 2030 is an integral part for the strengthening of the economy of Grenada, because you could make it big internationally sitting at home from Grenada, without travel to do that anymore, right? So I think the idea of promoting proper education, and another thing I think he do in a nice way, he holding terms, he see accountable. Okay, we pay all this money, show us. Now what show up what you're doing. We need private investors into education to skill people, to bring in skilled people, to teach people to become skilled. I think he make mention also of the yachts that come to Grenada, but they don't import the mechanic to fix the yachts and them. We could do that in Grenada. You know what I mean? Why import the person when you could train people here to do it? So we have a vast majority of areas to be captured and to be used within the context and the confines of Grenada educationally, right? Skills wise, and we have the potential. I was watching over Headache's interview that we did with him, right? And he was talking about the skills, the brain, the intellect of some people that come into prison. How intelligent, almost genius, but we're not tapping into it. They're there in Grenada. I mean, look at Nick Mack. Nick Mack is owned in and out of prison, and Nick Mack is produced his first film with Abdullah Dipungs. You know, so we have the people. We have the people who are skilled and ready to be trained. You know what I mean? Like train people and to become others. So I want to talk about that today, and then I hope Mr. Hudson John will answer my call and come on here, and I wish Pablo could come on too. But because it is important for us to discuss, even with Canadian parties, I don't make you a Canadian, I make you American. I don't want to make you what you will become. You know, become Canadian, you become American. I'm not hearing you. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you though. What's going on? Hold on. Jabet, you hear me now? You hear me? I'm not hearing you. What's going on, man? That's not good. I'm hearing myself. Let me see up there. Hold on. Okay, go ahead. Okay, folks.
Your rent, your bills are covered, baby. As soon as
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm hearing loud and clear. Yeah.
Okay.
All
I
right.
was hearing you, so I don't know what was.
Okay. Yeah, I think I had, like I said, the system was just giving trouble. I had to recalibrate everything here and just trying to figure it out. Yeah, but now we better. Yeah. So let me say a good morning to some people. Jillan McIntyre, Francis Flying Club. Hey, what's up, brother? We went to the same school together, Greenville Secondary there. And Doris Maureen Charles Sotters in the house. St. Patrick's Northern. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, what you take? I mean,
Well, I saw the interview. Pablo actually shared it with me,
right.
and I had a problem with the interview
From what angle?
because in the beginning he spoke like he was not prime minister.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it was like he was running to be prime minister.
I think he's still in campaign mood.
Okay, so you're in charge now. So the board of directors at TAMCC is appointed by the government.
Right.
So I don't think we can radically transform education in 30 months. Obviously, I don't believe that.
No, it's not gonna happen.
But we have to begin to make some steps. And we had a conversation some years ago where we talked about whether our high schools, secondary schools, should be sort of reorganized around not just academics, but preparing our young people for a skills-based economy. Because if you don't have a skills-based education, you will not be able to service the skills-based economy.
Right.
I was fortunate. By the time I graduated high school, I could do a number of things, but that I was lucky in that I grew up with a father who was a general contractor.
Right.
So I was exposed to things like that. So I was not completely professional,
Right.
but I could hang a door, I could hang windows, I could put on some flooring board, I could lay some blocks. Probably they weren't going to come out 100% straight, but upon inspection, whoever the foreman was. But I had an appreciation for it, and I had been exposed. And not just me, but there were a lot of the guys that I graduated with. We graduated with some skills,
Right.
We had done, some of us had done woodworking primary school. Some of us had done other stuff. So we moved on to a sort of higher level in secondary school. But so what I would like to see is what I call schools of excellence, where we organize certain secondary schools to focus in on something. Everybody has to do academics because the idea that you are going to be able to prepare young people for the jobs that require skills in the economy without academics is pie in the sky thing. Because the reality is that all the equipment that's coming online to aid you in doing this job require, knowledge, okay? Requires some statistics. And so we have to do both. But we know there are people who don't want to be lawyers, don't want to be doctors, don't want to be accountants, don't want to be agronomists or biologists or anything like that. He might want to be an airline mechanic, or as you say, a marine mechanic, or somebody might want to grow up to be, expert in roofing or in waterproofing, something that we have issues with in Grenada. So all these areas that we have to look at, and we can't just wait when the kids get to TAMCC for that training. We have to go back. It's probably difficult to go back to the primary school level because remember, in our era, there were much older people. I remember when I left primary school at 12, 13 years old, there were guys in primary school who were 20 years old. Okay? So we don't have that now. But there should be some kind of introduction.
Right.
Some kind of introduction to this skills program. Start at the primary school level. So something you have to expanded greatly.
Right. So for me, and I say this that it's not a overnight thing. You won't have an overnight.
No.
But I think if structures are put in place now, the foundation is set right now, and making sure that persons are held accountable for what they are assigned to do, right? Accountability have to be part of the overseeing to ensure that the proper skill set is delivered. Research and development is taking place, and that you have the right people in place to do the right thing. To keep children. And one of the things I heard him say, and it made a lot of sense. So Susan want to be a seamstress from age 10. Why have her go through all the academics for the next 10 years, and then after she feels that they want to become a seamstress? Train her now. But when she leaves school, she has skills. She could start owning her own business, business management in the same skills area that she want to be in. Okay, so do you want to be a mechanic? Teach him now to become a mechanic. Take him to the technical school right away. So time he finish high school, he's a mechanic qualified to work. Then he can start his own business. You know what I mean? And start training school, training people, because he's certified now to train other people. So I think the idea of 2030, 2035, would be a benchmark that we should start to see the manifestation, of that new education system. Because the people are there. We don't lack any human resource, right? Like I said many years ago, we don't lack opportunities, or we miss opportunities. To take the responsibility to jump on it, seize and take it. Like the person saying that now, I think foreign people who have skills that they could train other people with in Grenada, help them. I remember there's a man over here, Jamaican guy, but I'm married to a guy from Sotters. They opened a school in Grenada called Higher Max. Yes? They were not going to open a school. My thing is, whatever skill set you have, and it could be a benefit to the Grenadian society and out here, right? You should see the opportunity right now. It's open, like it's open season now, right? So you could make the necessary contacts, and so by 2025, 2030, you'll be angry and setting up and stuff and get it going. I mean, the red tapes might have to, some people have to get away from red tape business, and some people just roadblocks when they're going to go ahead to go through this, go through that. But I mean, it's there. It could be a protective measure to ensure that who come in come work, come clean. You know what I mean? That they're just going to get the money to set it up and then we'll take off after a year or something like that. So, but I think it's important for the education system to be restructured in a way that we internationally ready, not just locally ready.
Yeah.
You know, prepare the children not just for Grenada, but for the region and the world at large. Because it won't become a very small. It is not becoming. It is a small place right now.
Of course.
You know, I was talking to my cousin last time. You know, you write a letter. It should take like 3 weeks before you get a letter. No, it's less than 30 seconds. Okay, you get on your phone, you say hi mom, boom, you pick up your phone, you talk to mom. You don't wait for 20 days to hear a response from her. You know, she needs some money for the doctor. You wait 20 days, you can buy from Mr. Walter, buy from this person, and then you come 15 days later. Right away, 15 minutes of money is in your hand. You know what I'm saying? So our technological world, right, is ready for us. And Grenada should be part of that 2030 agenda. Get on board. And Obama say the train is coming. And if you already come, you know what I mean? Just get on board and let's fix our education system. Too much of people come to high school with 10, 6, 15 subjects. I mean, really, come on, there, but you know, it's okay. But are you ready for the market? What skills do you have to employ yourself to be market ready?
Yeah.
You know, and not only that, the soft skills is also needed. You know, it's a lot of stuff that have to be done. A lot of foundational work have to be done right now to get people ready for the 2030 that we're talking about. Yeah, back to you.
Clearly, there has to be a sort of reorientation, or else we will find that our young people are not prepared to service the economy that we want to build in Grenada, and that they would have great difficulty being qualified to work in the region and internationally. So, listen, we don't like to admit it, but we have a problem with skills in Grenada. When you go to Grenada, right, and you look at the quality of construction, for example, in 2025, because I haven't been there in 2025 yet, but I was there in 2024. I frankly am embarrassed, with the exception of the new hotels that are being built, and a lot of them are
Right.
construction. There's a lot of noise coming up this side.
How about now?
It's better now.
Okay.
That when you look at the quality of the construction on regular housing, government buildings, roads,
Right.
Yesterday I commented on a post that one of the ministers shared, where they built this huge embankment wall, and they built it a straight 90 degrees.
Wow.
You can't build embankment walls at 90-degree angle.
No, you have 45 or 30 degrees, 30 degrees.
30 degrees, 25.
25, yeah.
So you guaranteeing that in 10 years that wall going to be coming down.
It will come because the force of nature, the soil moving, yeah.
Yes,
And then you have to build a foundation wall about 24 inches thick by about another 4 to 5 inches, 5 feet, like 4 feet deep, or deeper, right?
In many cases in Grenada, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to have that foundational wall before you build anything on top of that wall. You understand? And it must be well cast with properly well steeled.
Listen to me. In 2000, it probably was 2011. Somebody I went to school with, he was building it was probably a little later. He was building a supporting wall in the village. And I stopped by to look at the project, And I said, guys, this is not right because this was on the main road and they were building it with 6-inch cinder block.
Wow.
It doesn't matter how much steel you think you put in it. And the other problem that we have is that if you go throughout Grenada and job site, they put the steel right on the ground. Once you put the steel on the ground, it's a remedy for disaster because it picks up whatever is in the soil. They don't clean it. It goes into the construction, and within a couple of years, it starts to oxidize, split, and open up the concrete.
Yeah.
Your steel has to be off the ground. Get some pieces of wood, get some
Yeah.
coconut, old coconut tree, do whatever you have. Do not put the steel on the ground. You cannot do
So
that, right?
so my thing is, and I'm saying this to say a lot of times these things have to be done, and again, the training from the bottom up have to be of importance. Is the nitty gritty things, the
Of
little things
course.
that we don't think is important
I, I'm
is
I'm
very
not I'm
important.
not blaming them for that if they don't
No,
know. But
exactly. I mean,
somebody has to know. Even okay. I know you saw it. So I started in I think in August of last year. Actually, the first time I'm using Facebook for what they call your story or whatever, and I'm posting construction projects, and I first focus on container homes and whatnot.
yes, yes.
And I was having a conversation with somebody in Ghana this week, and we were talking about a project there. And when I look at what's happening in Grenada, our local architects and engineers are doing a great disservice to us. They have not innovated. They are building the same structures over and over and over and over again.
Well, Delbert, I have news for you.
Mhm,
I have the same problem in Canada. I will tell you
mhm,
why. So there's a development, a home development, right? Big
mhm.
area. Almost all the houses are cloned on the same street. You understand? The kitchen might be on the left side, all depends on thing, but it's the same design. I remember
Yeah, but
we
that's different.
hold on. All the houses on one side and the other side, and that whole development is the same, right?
Mhm.
And I'm asking, why there's no difference? Why there's no structure, there's no difference in the design? Why not have it in that certain way? Why all don't have to be the same way? You walk down one street and all the houses, you leave Markham and go
Okay.
in Mississauga, the same thing.
So that's
That's
not the architecture. That's the developer. So what developers do is that they will draw one or two plans and use it over and over and over and over again. Okay. So that's more economics than architecture. What they're trying to do is to minimize their costs. Okay.
yeah.
So they find one or two models and they build. But in if you go to the western part of the United States, it's a lot different. So you go to Arizona, you go to New Mexico, you go to California, you go to Las Vegas. They do a lot more innovative um, design. So you might have a development, but within that development, you may have 10 or 12 different design of homes. And what they would probably start off with is they would probably build two or three models, and then you as a buyer would have the option to pick which one. And they do renditions, so it's not just about building out models. So, but we're still using, for example, you still see people using interior 6-inch and 4-inch blocks for the interior of homes. So you cannot do anything to this home. You cannot remodel them at any point in time. Everything that goes up is permanent. Okay, we got to move away from this. We got to move away from it. And I would like to see the engineers and architects
Yeah.
innovate a little bit more, come up
I,
with different designs.
okay.
And to be frankly, I want to see more wood construction in Grenada. I know this is not a popular position, but I want to see us sort of return to more wood construction because it's going to have it's having an effect. All right. The more concrete is contributing about 12%. The more concrete you build, the more effect you will have on your climatic conditions.
Yeah. I So I was at a restaurant not too long ago. Okay. And this brother building a house in Grenada. And the construction of the cabinetry. Right? He said to me, you have a guy doing the kitchen for him, man. Because I showed him, I said, look, I'm back in the kitchen business, and you could buy a kitchen from me and say I should be the Grenada, right? He said, no, man, I have a man doing it. It's all the phone and just show me the picture. I said, are you kidding me? I said, that is antique to begin with.
Yeah.
Right? You can change that in like 5 years time for you to change this. This is fixed. I'll bring the whole thing.
Yeah.
So what I'm showing you here, you could literally remodel your kitchen without, the cabinets are up. You could change the doors if you want easily. You could
Exactly
anything you want to do, right? So I'm thinking like, and not only I've been to Grenada and I see kitchens in nice houses.
Oh, that's a big problem. That's interior finishes in Grenada. It's a huge problem.
It's a big problem. And I really have spoken to a lady, and we have not finished our conversation, right? But there's a certain brother on the western side house I want to use as a model house, right? To redo his kitchen for him as a model, because the thing about it is, we need the mindset of kitchen cabinetry making in Grenada is antique. I mean, that's old. Just like you're building Foreign. I'm not joking.
No. The quality is poor.
I've been to this house, nicely finished house, right? They do laminate kitchen, and all the edges, they don't have proper tool to cut the edges of the laminate. And they don't use plastic laminate, they use the hard laminate, not plastic one. So it makes it even more difficult to cut. Okay?
Exactly.
So I'm thinking like, damn, it's an expensive house. Kitchen is shitty, right?
Yeah.
And then I had a situation with Lennox.
The kitchens are shitty, the bathrooms are worse.
Oh man, talk about even the heating, the water system they have for the kitchen. For
heating,
that's how you see for electrical shock.
We are still doing plumbing 1900 style in Grenada.
That have to change. If you want hot water, get a hot water heater. They have the electrical one you put on the wall. Although my guy sees a waste of time, but if you have the box you put on the wall and the water, you get water on demand, hot water on demand, right?
Yeah.
So I like it, but my plumbing guy, my electrical service guy, he said, no, John, don't even go there with that. You know what I mean? He don't recommend it, but doesn't mean that you don't recommend. Doesn't mean it's not a good thing for me. You save me money and space wise. Yes. So
because when you're using the typical 60-gallon, 50-gallon, whatever, 75-gallon water heater, you are paying 24/7 to keep that water hot.
Yep. Yeah. Believe it or not.
So when you have a point of use system, you are only heating up water when you need it.
Exactly. Yeah. And once you have the proper exhaust system, you could get it out, and
of course, it's very easy.
It's very easy. But I think we need technical advisors, people who know how, right, from outside to bring them in and to teach this stuff. Because if you don't know what you don't know, I can't blame you for that. You understand? We need to have innovation, new ideas. And Dick was saying, I mean, like you say, it's a campaign, but it's a cry for help. We need it. We need the innovators. We need the people to come in. We need to set this up. We invest in education, but we need people to help us do it. We can't. Government alone can't do it. We need private sector to get involved in the process. And I think Dick is making the right move. I know you say you talk about the campaign. I think it's a good campaign strategy, if you ask me.
It's not so much about campaign. It's that. When you're in office, you can talk about what should be done.
Yeah. But
You
is
have
it,
to you have to talk about what are you going to do.
and I understand that. But what something I learned from Steve Jobs, right? You might hit me, knock me on this one, but he said Apple never operate like a 500 corporation. It operate like a startup. You know what I mean? And for that reason, he was able to always be ahead of the game, right? So in politics, and you and I have been around this political thing for a long time, right? And we seen a new kind of politics in a sense where Dickney is concerned. He's not your politician as usual. He is different. It's like America experiencing your uncle Trump is a different politics than the Biden and the George Bush and them era. He comes with a different flair. I mean, you might not like his old boss, you know, like the things saying like, I mean, kind of want to, you kind of get, they want to beat him up and throw him somewhere in the lake. You know what I mean? Talking about want to take over this and that. But the politics of today and the politics that Dickney is preaching, I think is a different kind of thing, right? It's a leader with a vision to transform Grenada into a oasis of great economic and political development.
I agree. I just want them to be more aggressive.
Yeah, but you see, and that's it. Oh, Delbert, sometimes aggressive I heard somebody say that, and they use aggressive. They use dictatorial, right? This they
Well,
like,
but I've always maintained that what we call Westminster style democracy is a dictatorship.
it is a dictatorship. It's almost like like a
Once you have a
theocracy.
majority, once you have a majority in parliament and you stick together, you do whatever you want. It's a dictatorship.
Yeah, it's to
What the
me.
opposition can't do anything.
No. Oh my God! Don't even go there. Don't get me started on that one this morning. Don't touch that. This is a different kind. I mean, I don't want to talk about no dead people right now. It's a dead situation. I mean, oh my goodness. That but I don't want to.
Listen,
Next Saturday.
we have to get our good friend, Mr. Francis Pear to come on the program, man.
Yeah, I know
We
Francis
have
will
to,
come on my show, but we had invited him before, and he couldn't.
we
Yeah,
should invite him. You know,
because
yeah, I listen. This is a very knowledgeable man.
he
Okay,
is. That's my teacher, bro.
and 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 he's a good person,
No,
and
Francis is a nice guy. I mean,
and he knows Grenada, and he
very well.
understands people.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes, he does. He
so
does.
um, I am not going to disparage somebody because we share different
His political views. No.
political views.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Okay,
no. The
but
guy's
I would love for him to come on one day with us and have a conversation.
yeah.
Because
I concur.
because when I'm in Grenada, I go to a spot where he hangs out and we get into it, you know. But he's the kind of person that you can sit there and talk with for hours,
Yes.
disagree, and his arm is around your shoulder, you know.
He's a very confident person, right?
Yeah, very much so.
He knows politics. He understand. Like he always say, he's not. I think somebody said to me, he said that he's not an NMP. He's a Gariite. You know.
That very well might be the case.
I,
You know?
I believe he's a Gariite. You know, but
Okay.
he's a different Gariite to Michael Batiste. You know what I mean? Talk about Michael Batiste. Talk about Michael Batiste. I have to get him to come on this show
Yeah, we
because
have to bring him on. We have to bring him on.
Junior asked him a question, and up to now he haven't answered the question. Answered the question, right? He keep bouncing around the whole bush about Deacon and never answered the question about Deacon. But you see, when you have people who are not thinking outside the box, the mindset is one tracked. All they're seeing is how they benefit and what they don't like about you. They will nail
Yeah,
you
but
to the
he's not
grass.
he's not benefiting anyway from what he's doing.
No, it's not. But at the end of the day,
And that's not his motive.
his political agenda is done. His political career is
He-
done.
my cousin doesn't have like a motive, a financial thing. That's
The,
not his
the, the,
thing.
the, the man say you're first ill.
No, I don't. I honestly, I can't tell you what it is.
You can't.
But I know he's not like doing this for some financial reward or anything.
I mean, I think KB will make it well that NMP will take anything now to survive. And you talk about Michael Battis, any old thing, will take him to survive, to regenerate themselves. But
I mean, listen, Michael is popular in his
he's riding,
district,
yeah,
you know.
he is. But I don't think the Ghanaian people um, see him as a political force he used to be
No,
before.
because he focuses too much
But
on the past.
let me tell you something. Deacon has a commanding lead and a popularity over every politician in Ghana right now,
Yeah,
whether I like it or not.
but
So
that does not guarantee a win in the next election.
no, it doesn't matter the 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 the, the political electoral thing. I think what's happening now with Deacon rising in the poll will set the tone for the outcome of the next election. Given the structure of NMP right now, there is no rival. Really, I
Um,
mean, I can't say you can't take it seriously. It's not somebody you can write him off,
oh no,
right?
Keith. By the time the next election rolls around, Keith will be back as political leader.
Yes, 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 yes. You're gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? Because you have a next convention next year, and
You
you
know,
ensure that happen
yeah.
again.
This convention and them are a waste of time.
And again, this one was a sham. So
You know, we these parties should really not have this annual convention. There's no need for it.
the annual
You know,
convention, yeah, but I think that again, that's how they structure, right? So
that's why they have to change because they're not conducive for the times. When you give somebody you elect an executive for 1 year, what do you expect them to accomplish within 1 year?
yeah, it should be a 5-year term as anything else,
You
right?
know, even if you don't want to extend it to the full 5 year, you know, you make it a 3 or 4 year term
Right.
where you have your convention once every whatever. Or just make it where you have the connection, your convention the year of your election,
Yeah, they could do that too.
you know?
Yeah, but I like what I like to see. I think I like what Deacon is saying, and the idea of increasing and ensuring that the Ghanaian society, the young people are better equipped for the world ahead of them. So they walk into that 2030, 2035 bolder, more
But
equipped, more.
but John, we were speaking about that 40 years ago.
Yeah, I know, but we as people,
And we had started to train young people.
and one of the things that I know you may agree with me, may not agree with me on that one. The middle class in Grenada today was a result of the foundation set by the PRG. Whether people like it
Absolutely.
or not, whether people like it or not,
Absolutely.
okay,
It is the number one accomplishment of the PRG.
yeah,
It
that middle
helped
class,
create
yeah, a middle
today's
class,
middle class in Grenada.
and that was B-man
And that
objective.
and that came about because of the investments that were made in education.
Exactly,
Yeah,
right? So you had a society that was being educated and set up
yeah,
to run Grenada, right? You had doctors come back to the hospital to be a more equipped hospital that had more clinics throughout Grenada. So you had to rush to St. George's, overcrowding the hospital. You know what I mean? All of this stuff would have been in place, right? So you had doctors coming from around the world, people who was trained, and now they live in a good other place because there's no facility to accommodate them, right?
yeah,
So, and other technical people. So now I think you have to look internally and have better structure in place to keep what come home and invite more to come back to ensure that Grenada has and is ready for 2030, 2035. We need to
yeah.
have that because there is no way that you have 2030 coming up on you and not ready for the AI world. It's happening, whether you like it or not. You have to have that plan in place, train your people, get them ready for the wave. Because the tide is rising, bro. The tide is rising.
Yeah.
it is rising. The AI industry is rising, and companies go need people, right, to set them up and make and this thing is no little money. No little money. Imagine a grainer getting $80,000 US a year, right? To do some AI work, to be a internet security person in Grenada and doing internet security at in your comfort of your own home. You know what I'm saying? You could create links like for people. I know other cousins I used to travel to go to companies to do that. You know he does that now from home. You don't get on a plane every day anymore. Very rare you get on a plane to go to a company to fix anything. You right in the comfort of his own home. Now, even me, my technical guy, I just could call him up and say I need this thing done, and he tell me just open up any desk for him. I get into my computer and fix out what the problem is. You don't have to leave travel to come to my studio anymore.
No, definitely.
You know what I mean? So we need to create that kind of avenue of education for our young people. We need to do that. Because if we're not doing that, but we'll be locked out. I'm sorry to say, we'll be locked out. And other countries who grasp that.
So it goes back to the idea of creating schools of excellence.
Yes.
So whether we have a high school for science and technology, okay, whether we have a high school for engineering, okay, whether we have a high school for social and economic issues, development surrounding that, you know, we have to have these institutions so we know that they are going to, in addition to the academics, the people are going to be so very early. If you know, your interest is becoming a doctor, a biologist, a chemist, a physicist, and you want to doing that research, then we have a high school that focuses on STEM, you know, and so students can get to that school. But in order to do that, we're going to have to be able to get them to and from those schools. And we're going to need school buses.
Definitely. And again, you see, if you watch it, what the China new bus system, right? It's AI driven. Okay, it's revolutionized the way transportation is taking place in the world right now. I'm telling you, China is ahead of the game. And I think those kind of things, we need to be ready for this revolution. It's coming, but it's a matter of, it's just the tide is rising. It's a matter of time for it to float onto our shores in the Caribbean. And Grenada have to be on the front edge of that thing. Because there is no way we could get left out in this, should be getting left out in this industry. You know?
No, we should not.
We should not be getting out. It is too easy right now to get into those things. And there's so much programs out there that will aid you in getting involved and getting it done. We have to get on board, and the TAMCC and the St. George University, and all those places and all those high schools should invest.
Well, the Prime Minister, through his Minister of Education, have the power to relieve the board of directors of TAMCC.
Yeah, they could do that.
They're not doing what you want them to be doing.
I think he said that in a sense. I think he said nicely yesterday in the interview.
They should be relieved of duty.
I think he said that in a nice way. So if you listen as I do, I think he said that in a nice way. He didn't come out like it was what they call.
And listen, I'm known to be controversial, and one I think that I don't think the Prime Minister have the best cabinet. Okay?
The best what?
He does not have a good cabinet.
A good candidate?
Cabinet.
Cabinet. Well, you know, people say it all the time, right? Again, you take out from what you had, right? And the old and bringing in new. They want to be part of the new generation of politicians, right? But then you train them up.
It's not about that. You almost can't listen. The Prime Minister ran one of the most successful law firms in Grenada history. So he actually ran something.
Yeah.
Almost nobody else in the cabinet ran anything in their life. Not even a cornerstone.
Right. Yeah. So you have to train them and get them ready for it. Because I think that, but somehow
system of government
is wrong.
Does not allow the best people to be in the position.
Yeah. So then
I would like to see a professional cabinet.
We have to restructure it. We'll have to do a restructuring.
You know?
You have to do restructuring, and I agree. I do some restructuring. Because if you do the restructuring, it's gonna be going over the same thing over and over. Yeah, expecting different results, but you have to do it. You have to do it. Yeah.
And another thing that I would like him to tackle: the government is too big.
Too big. Government is too big.
Yeah,
After then I hear you say that.
we
Yeah.
have too many agencies not doing anything. Grenade, what? We have almost 16, 17 full-time ministries and 26 to 27 statutory bodies. Come on, there's a statutory body just to manage the financial complex. Give me a break.
Right.
You have the Cultural Foundation, you have Spice Mass Corporation, you have all these things to be wrapped into one, man.
Well, I think
Spice Mass is our culture. Why we have, I think there are 3 different cultural foundations
in Grenada.
Grenada, plus Spice Mass. You have 2 port authority, and now talk about
the port authority, in my view, have to be streamlined. Yeah, that has to be fixed. That I know.
Come on.
Yeah, that has to be
And now
fixed.
you're talking about the new transportation authority. These things should be all wrapped into one.
Yeah.
The Port and Transportation Authority responsible for everything in
transportation.
that space.
Transportation completely. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have a subcommittee under that, but one heading control everything, and
Yeah.
yeah.
The government is too big. It's too big.
Transportation. Yeah.
And there's some statutory bodies in Grenada. You don't know what they do.
Well, I think.
You don't know what they do.
Well, I think because we don't know, but you have to get them to what annual reports that must be made public.
But
People know what it is.
these reports, nobody really reads them.
Exactly, that's the problem we have. We don't read it. We have to read
They're
them.
not effective because they're not improving life for people.
But
If your organization is not having a positive effect on the lives of the citizens, it's not bringing economic gains to the citizens, it's not bringing better services to people, then it should cease to exist.
But that's what I'm saying. So then you have to hold them accountable to produce the report and show what they do. And if last year you say you're going to do this, and you don't do 4 out of your 10, then we have a problem. We gotta scrap you. But then what do you see for measuring them? We don't have, if what you made for measuring results. You understand? So it's like, okay, here's my $1 million, and I'll set up a board. I want to run this stuff, right? There's no plan presented to the people who set you up. The board will have no vision for where they want to be 5 years from now. And at the end of the day, you give a report, and you spend $20,000 on furniture and on vehicles to move around the country, but no practical result for the investment in you. So if, for example, TAM CC is given $20 billion, let's assume, right, to do some innovation work, and after year 1, all they do is buy furniture, and they have new vehicles. Now, I have a problem with that right there. Okay, so we're not just going to buy vehicles and buy new furniture. We need to know what lab have you set up, a science lab, a technical lab in the school or outside of the school, where students will go and learn a new skill in the area of gifting. Yes? So how many people graduate all that with honors or whatever? We need the report. So if I'm not getting nothing from you, I will join either crash the program or get rid of the board, because you're not producing the result I expect you to produce from me. So you must present a plan for 5 years. Right?
We have real issues.
We have to have a plan. And we can't get the plan.
For example, I have not seen, maybe with one exception, the block making plants in Grenada who would meet any kind of standards. Most of the blocks are of such poor quality. That's why you see a house is built 3-4 years down the road, you see these huge cracks are opening up in it, because the quality of the block was poor.
Okay, I want you to listen to this from the Prime Minister. Not just for you, but I want you to listen to the other people for our audience. who have not had the opportunity to listen to the Prime Minister. Check this out.
From an engineering point of view, what other things can be done to minimize the flooding? Sufficient community centers that provide access to internet. So we have to be frank with leadership of other institutions, and particularly education institutions. But to be a little more imaginative, a little more flexible, a little more progressive. They are the gatekeepers. You haven't said where you want to keep us in the 20th century or whether you're going to propel us into the 21st century. So we major and another minor. Hairstyles, color, socks, all kinds of stupidness. And the real education, if you're not valuing, right, and we're not also showing the children, we're not inspiring them, we're not leading them. I mean, one point of school that a child should be excited to go learn. You should be making a child curious. You should be making a child want to learn, want to be a problem solver. If you don't know the child, if you're boring them to death, changing the basis of them. And so there are campuses which is opening tertiary level institution and things opening. And it's not meant by the side of 21. And the principal has been appointed. I hope that he can deliver on a far more transformative, imaginative, progressive, entrepreneur-based center of excellence. The people who I was a lead leader are going to have to come to campuses. And so we want the work political rather than just telling the truth. There has been dramatic improvement in times. The government of this government came into office. I think 2 years before elections, I saw campuses in church standing placards all along the roundabout. We have paid, I think, if I'm not mistaken, millions of dollars in all kind of retroactive stuff to settle this matter. It is now time for us to get from campuses the kind of progress, the kind of imagination, the kind of entrepreneurship that we need high from a center of excellence. And that has been not by the Minister of Education to project the ideas, etc. You have campuses council, you have a principal, you have staff. Which after all time fighting over government, increasing this, but what's the outcome? Are we even tracking our campuses as students to see where they end up, how they achieve what they do? Right, so we have to want and demand in ensuring, because let me put this example. The cybersecurity training that we are doing as a sort of ad hoc pilot, frankly, should be relative to MCC. A lot of the skills training and if you want to think that robotics and so on that are taking place, a lot of that should be coming out of MCC. The research for solving some of our climate issues or core research, etc. Those things should be coming out of MCC. And St. John's University. That's the whole point of having tertiary level institutions so that they can create the future, they can create the research and the curiosity to solve the problems that we face. And if we're not doing that, then we just mark the time. So we really need to appreciate answer it because young people tend to learn the time school is interesting. And when they're honest, they will tell you it is not interesting. It is boring. I can probably learn a lot of that online. Right? They have teachers who look up the classes, who don't teach. Right? I'm not teaching myself. I have almost regard for teaching, but for those who don't fulfill their jobs and those who don't deliver, the other teachers who are delivering have an obligation to keep them honest and to make sure that they deliver for the future of the country. So for me, TAMCC has to become a center of excellence. A fantastic opportunity was missed inadvertently when the phenomenally successful Son of the Soil Ratcliffe offered that partnership with the Canadian University, which for completely unknown and perhaps political reasons was not taken up. And we have had a completely different TAMCC today, and I think the educational as well as the success trajectory of Benue is completely different. We don't have that. But that's not the reason for us not to go back to see how we can partner with persons who bring more to transform TAMCC. And if we don't, because I want to keep emphasizing that, for us it is our people. It's not the beach, it's not the sun, it's our people. And if we similar. So that's what I say. It's not just building new physical facilities. It's also looking at the one we have and seeing how we can truly get into the kind of centers of excellence that will be crucial for ensuring that 75 years from now, 25 years from now, sorry, we can achieve things that Vision 75. Now, people may think this is all hot air. It's not achievable. But I think, there are places in the Middle East, for example, that were poor and diving and fishing villages 50 years ago. Everybody wants to go there today. China has pulled hundreds of millions of people out of abject poverty in 50 years. We need a center of excellence for marine environment, from teaching swimming to diving, to snorkeling, to boat building, to boat repairing, to how we harness our fish stocks, to the marine biologists and marine researchers. All of that is needed. It doesn't exist right now. There is no school in India, as far as I know, regionally. There may be schools teaching marine biology and so on, but that's the extent of it. There's no school teaching boat building. We don't have machine shops in India. Train boat engines and so on, training, and we don't have training for underwater wellness and so on. And we have massive boat training in boat yards and so on. But there is absolutely no relationship whatsoever in our education system and any of that economic activity. So it's pretty much happenstance or by accident that we did. I have a very good friend of mine who went to school with me. He became a policeman here for a good period of time, then migrated. And he was into boat repairs and maintenance and fiberglass and so on. We learned all that purely by accident and just trying to find a job. I only migrated and would have stumbled on that and would have learned and trained himself and someone taught him, and now he has his own thing to do. So, and we can't have a young facility, and whenever something goes wrong, we have to fly people in. Precisely. So I'm saying that is a kind of opportunity, and I go back to that. I think that's the kind of things that we need, right? And we don't need to do everything. What we need to do is do the things that we know we have a natural advantage in, and we will get economic basis and development. Clearly, the marine environment is one of that. I was at the beach in last week looking from Calabash yesterday. The entire beach. I mean, there's not even a channel or a lake now. I mean, the yachts anchored pure. As you said, you see the size of the mega yachts at that boat. You go to Blackwood Bay, you see what is going on. You go to Lansing, you go to Carrico, right? So it is clear.
I'm trying to. Yes, Delbert.
Yeah.
Back to you. Back to us. Now, you see the problem we have, right? And again, the Prime Minister making that is a clarion call. And again, the question who is responsible. If we invest, we expect result now. We want the result. So we have to hold TAMSIS responsible for all the things you talk about. Is making sense. We need to have them. We have to hold them accountable, Albert. And we have to have, like you said, and you correctly said, and that kind of a support what he wants. But he must start from the inside. You have to have proper ministerial administration looking over those stuff on them to ensure to hold TAMSIS accountable, right, for what they're going to do.
In the end, boy, I don't know if our government is structured and set up in a way to really advance the country. Because we have a constitution that's not only outdated but is irrelevant. Okay? And there are certain things that, as per the constitution, you cannot do, but will be good for the country right now.
Delbert, I thought about that the other day. Because our good friend Cassandra normally pinpoint violations in our constitution by government, right? But here we are in the 21st century, okay, 50 years later, 51 years now, that we operate in a constitution that the world have changed so vastly. Yes?
Mm.
and we're still operating under some laws that is not conducive, yes, to take action to develop your country. It's still have to, you understand what I'm saying? It still limits your vision to do certain things. You have to go back to this and get amount of vote and get this, go back to parliament. There's certain things that the government should just make, cabinet just make a decision and have it done. Which are what the constitution say. I mean, it's a guideline, but we have to take innovative steps, and we can't always wait for a general council meeting or cabinet to make a decision for the betterment of Grenada. We can't. It hinders your progress. It locks you down in a sense.
I listen. I agree. For example, the fact that for somebody to be made Minister of Finance, they must be an elected member of Parliament.
Yes. Tell me how that makes sense.
It doesn't.
Because there's okay. For example, let me just throw this out. The people I disagree. They want the still and the best economic advisor they have for Grenada is still Biman. I can't know what he says. Okay, he still could deliver a really good punch. As a matter of fact, he's working on 2 books. Two is finishing off in May. Will be launched here, and then he have one that is demanded of him for the economic plan that they and the rise of the revolution economic system. So he's working on this one. That will take him 18 months, right? Apart from that, a suggestion has been made and have not been acted upon, right? So you have people who are willing to help. And I heard one minister make a statement. You don't want old people. You want new, fresh ideas. But fresh ideas come from old people too, because they're in the loop. And the same people.
So anybody who says that, they should not be part of the conversation.
You understand? Exactly. Because the same person.
This is not about age. This
no.
Is about ideas.
Ideas. Exactly. Exactly.
And the fundamental of economics has not really changed a lot.
No.
You know, you have had to make adjustments. You've had to shift to the left, shift to the right, make all those kind of the necessary adjustments. But the fundamentals remain the same.
Remain the same. I think economic development in Grenada need a real big boost, and education is the key to changing that. Yes. If you want the society to grow up and to expand, you have to educate your people.
Well, nobody can say that because, well, they can say it has no weight to it because every year during that process, the economy grew by better than 4 or 5%.
Yeah. But again, it you go even bigger if you have.
I would like to see him chime in on the pension debate.
Yeah, that's a big thing, and that's a big that would be. I'm hoping that will, after the book launch, I will have him to think. But talking about book launch there, but I have my book, my first book. Folks, it says John Kellis here, Material Bliss, Board Grabs and More. So you can get if you can get a copy from me. It's just my wife on the cover. It's by John Kellis. So I have 2. Where's the next one? I have another one called Living the Dream. Where is it? Let me find and pull it up. Excuse me for a bit. Let me just grab the next one. Alright, so here it is, guys. This one, it's my signature one. As you can see it here, the light is, The Power of Big Dreams. Alright, John Kellis. So these 2 books, and it's not on Amazon, it's directly from me. So anybody need a copy? Although I have to make, that's the proof copy. I have to make an adjustment because the print somehow on the front. I had to change the template to get what I wanted, but in my eager and hurriness to finish the front cover, I left this thing here on. I should take this off. And then on top, that line on top, that's just put education is liberation, my motto, for to take it off. So that I understand, but I have to make that change. But it is the power of big dreams. So this is my big book. But this one is a more family structured relationship, how to live with your spouse, and create a nice, loving relationship. And it's not a manual for anybody, to live. I mean, there's practical stuff that I did myself, and listen to people. From the show that we did, my Tuesday night show, some of the ideas have been shared. I try to incorporate all of that into this one. So that is it. Yeah. It's only $53 a copy. Yeah, $32 US. Yeah, so that's these two books here. And another thing, I want to invite folks again to the Grenada Independence Gala happening there. But you come up for the gala?
I'm not.
Come on, you should come up. You should come up and spend some time with us. I mean, GEMFM at the bar table. We got a table.
My travel plans are sort of determined by not quite clear.
No,
but I do know I'll be traveling this year to Grenada and to Africa.
Okay. So the happening the Grenada Association, Toronto, under the auspices of the Consul General of Grenada in Toronto, invites all Grenadians and friends of Grenada to the 51st anniversary of Independence Gala. That's happening on Saturday, the 8th of February 2025. The time is 6:30 p.m. The address is Parkview Manor, 55 Baba Green Drive, Barwin Road, North York. Cocktails start at 6:30 and dinner is at 8 p.m. Person wanting tickets, it's let's see who the brother name is here, Winston. Yeah. So Turner Griffith, 647-450-3287. Unison Joseph, 416-856-3663. Maurice Noel, his number is 647-456-3743. And Marcia Philip, 416-525-1361. So that is persons they could get ticket from. And again, it happening on the 8th of February.
No, we have to move to selling tickets, generating electronic tickets now for people to buy them.
It is there. The opportunity is there. What's the name of the company? It's Eventbrite. You could go on Eventbrite and buy a ticket. I think I don't know why the hands-on thing. I sell my tickets for my ticket last year for my dinner online. You go online and get your tickets. Although some people wanted to get it in the door, some people still. I don't know if it's a Grenadian thing. They're afraid to buy tickets online. They want to steal the credit card online and stuff like that. It's nonsense. And she's shopping this store and buying other thing everywhere else. when you come to you, a person doing something want to buy it from you, they don't show if you have a proper security system. But it's not your security system. It's just directing traffic instead of you collecting money from them. You direct it to there. If they can't come from Chicago to meet you, they go online and buy it right in the living room. And they use the credit card. It's not John Kelly's set up. It's not mine. It's the bank. Is the same. Is the institution that you shop and put your money in every week. These are the people that control the transaction. I just telling you to go there and pay for it instead of the money come to me in my account. He transfer the money to me and you get a ticket at the door. Simple as that. When you come, you scan your tickets at the door. That's it in the phone. But people are so I don't know what's happened to my people, but I see other cultures buying tickets online and the place full up. And Grenadians still want you to come and give them a ticket in the hand. Drop it for me tomorrow. I'll pay you when I come. You know what I mean? So no, but you're laughing, but it's true. They wanted to bring it to the houses for them. Well, I want 2 tickets. Drop it at my home for me. I said go online. No, I don't have time for this thing. But they're banking every day. They shopping every day. They go in the shop and use it. Some places don't take cash. They want. I went out last week with my family to an amusement kind of park and no cash. Straight plastic. So think about that. You will be left behind. We have to come. We have to come out from that. We have to come out from that. Right. So Delbert, My next big thing here is Uncle Trump, Uncle Sam nephew.
I,
Now,
so I'm still on a news blackout.
really?
Yes.
So I
A friend of mine sent me an article from the New York Times this week,
uh,
and she insisted that I read it. I will read it this weekend, but I know once I start, then I'm going to get back into it because I know how addictive that is for me. And I just really want to tune this man out right now.
but you can't. It's part of your everyday living as of next week. You don't have a choice. Yeah, but you would not have a choice but listen to
I
Uncle Sam nephew.
I tuned him out the first time he was in office. I can do it again.
This time Trump go be all over everybody, white and white. He will keep making more news this time around. I think with the kind, we even have whatever kind of like it or not, Trump have created a conversation that is not going away anytime soon in Canada. You know,
About what?
the tariff and making Canada 54 state. That everywhere you pass in Canada now,
Well,
that's a conversation that
well,
is being
yes,
had,
obviously it's going to be a conversation. But
right?
the idea that Canada would become the 51st state is stupid.
It is
Okay?
a stupid idea. It is a stupid idea.
Okay?
But what I'm saying, the man love controversy. He love making those
Okay?
those remarks.
And he's
And
not putting tariffs on Canadians.
he
Okay?
affecting most
He's
American movie.
putting tariffs on Americans.
Exactly, that will be feeling it most. Because okay,
Okay?
I'm saying it, but the price gonna be higher. Okay,
Yeah.
I do recuperate my costs.
Yeah.
You understand? So Canadian people might get more money paid, most increase in the economy, because they will sell it used to Americans at a higher price. Yeah, it doesn't help. And I think what he may want to do is to create an economic hub in the United States that can facilitate and create more jobs for Americans to produce what he don't want to import. But then I think you talk
Okay,
about
but
I think you're also making point about making cars in Detroit again. Now Canadian cars is not good cars. That's American cars. They're still American cars. Most of the cars, the GM cars, most of it,
the man is an idiot. Okay?
you know. But American they still vote for the idiot that they had before.
Okay?
Hold on.
Detroit has never stopped making cars. They always make cars in Detroit.
Yeah, the vast majority of the scale of which they supposed to it don't happen anymore. But the Mr. Trump, there, but all right, whether I like it or not, he's president of the United States now. You want to see who his
Hopefully
advisors.
something happens between now and the 20th that he doesn't get.
Well, the first thing also happened to make some jail time. He didn't make it. I think they feel sorry for him, and they ease up the pressure and not giving him the jail time. See how laws in your country bias. If it was me that do that, you're going to jail. If it was you that you're making the jail, whatever, he's not the president yet.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? He's not the president yet. The law should be handed down on him as anybody else. Why soften the blow? You know what I mean? So they accommodating it. So let's say 5 years from now, somebody else do the same thing. Would they go to jail? No, you set the precedent for criminals to walk away. Can you say, hey, this is a president setting case. I can use Donald Trump as a case as a president setting one. So I want the same condition. My lawyer had a thing for the same condition. And 90% of the time, it works.
Yeah, it does.
It works. President cases is important. I remember I get a ticket one time. I was the middle of my law class, and I remember I wasn't going to pay a $10,000 ticket because I had insurance up in midnight. I canceled one, and one started midnight, one finished at midnight. This guy pulled me over, okay, for speeding. The bus passed me speeding, the other car passed me behind the bus speeding, and he pulled me over. Why? Because the car was driving and I was black driving that car, a 300 brand new. So he thought, well, let me pull this black guy. You must be some drug dealer or something like that, right? Pull me over. And I told him I have insurance, but he up in midnight and he started the next one. He said, no, you don't have no insurance. You write my ticket for I think $10,000. Right? I went in the court. I went to do my research, and I realized that there's a case in BC for the same thing, right? And because you're first time offender of that, they drop the case. So I went to ask a guy to represent me, and my law teacher at the time said, John, you don't need a lawyer for that. Go in the court with the president and go and use that, right? And you walk away out of this courthouse. I went in the court and I do the same thing. I pull the article out from the law and I show them the case and the circumstances. And mine was still better because I had insurance. It was just up in midnight. You know what I'm saying? So I got both the speeding ticket thrown and I got the no insurance fee thrown out as well, right? And I had to pay the court. However, they asked me to pay the court fee and whatever. They had to pay the court fees. The guy asked me, so I ended up paying that because that was less than than the $10,000 I had to pay, right? And the lawyer who I approached the traffic ticket people, he said, when you finish law school, can you come work for us? I said, no, you won't be able to afford me, you know. But the thing about it is, I believe that precedent setting, and that will create a big problem going forward in the United States. Because John don't make the jail time, don't expect me to make my jail time for the same thing. It's not going to happen. And a good lawyer representing you with that, have you walking out of the courthouse. So you see the kind of evil that they're setting up. If Trump walk away, I could walk away too. Because you found him guilty, but because he's going to be the president of the United States, you give him a pass. He's not the president yet, president-elect. So you want me to kill somebody? You know, give him a pass to become the president?
White privilege, man.
White. That's what he said. I can walk on the street and kill anybody, and then nobody says nothing. And that's exactly what happened right now. So Trump have this thing. However, the Canadian government, I think they make a big mistake in forcing the Prime Minister out. You have an economy that's doing well. You have an influx of people making complaints. I think that's a big problem. People making complaints about the Indian community that are coming into Canada. But they ain't coming broke. They come with money. Okay? They buying up businesses, right? Which means that they invest in the country. The people come to study come with money to enter the university and colleges. They come and beg you for a student loan. They come with their money. Right? So you have a community, like every other community comes in ever so often. When the Italian came in, you call them WAPs, you call them a name, they come in. They came and they build a community, right? You had the black people come in, they never really build a community. They just came and they just be here, all right? Very few of them invest in any big major businesses. Indian buying over the franchises from McDonald's to gas stations, trucking companies, they buy up houses like crazy. They have a whole community, a gated community. Houses, they buy the houses up. Right? Black people buy one house over there and that's it. They live until they're dead. You know what I mean? The Indian people come in, they buy the houses, right? They buy a next one for the son, buy a next one for the steps. That also get they buy a next one, and they keep building communities. But we don't do that. So the people complain about that. Too much of Indian. Everywhere you go, you see them in Walmart, you see them in this, in that, and the big complaints about that, right? But the economy growing. The inflation is dropping, and the Prime Minister give a tax break for 2 months, no HST. I mean, if you don't have money, you can't do that. You understand? You can't be doing well. But because of the unawareness, if I lack of a better word, of the population, economic development, and what is taking place in Canada, and the media is fueling the disgust, right? So all the ministers around him start dropping off like flies. But now they want to take up the challenge. Them withdrawing who always wanted to be, now withdrawing themselves from running for leadership of the party. You know what I mean? So the question is, and they want to run for election next time. So who is going to be the leader? And show me the leader is what happening now. Because nobody really wants to stand up to be the leader. So I just say to them,
I have not followed. Is what's her name still in thing? Krista Freeland?
yeah, I think she's she is.
Wasn't she foreign or finance minister?
I think the finance minister. She resigned.
She resigned?
Yeah, so as minister of finance. They're a new finance minister now.
Oh, interesting. But that was one of his main people.
Yeah, she resigned under him, and she make a big boo boo, and I think she didn't agree with him giving the tax break. That was the biggest problem. But then there's other ministers who realize hey, not a bad move after all. It's in our best interest, right? But I think one of the things that can politicians, I think they become very coward at their cowardice. They're afraid to make the bold move, the risk, the political risk. They might feel they might lose out. But at the end of the day, you'll pay out for them. Because the problem is the NDP would never be a ruling party in Canada, whether you like it or not, right? The Conservative Party has proven to itself not to be likable, right? And they have never been that party that moved Canada forward. Liberal always make a difference, right? So people always revert to them after a one-time chance. And the other thing I noticed in Canada, since I've been here, any sitting prime minister get rejected by his party, the person take over never wins the next election. You know what I mean? They never win the election there. But I've been here, and every prime minister that have been pushed out or forced out, the person take over, they lose their seat, and they go and the party lose the election. So I'm saying to them today, let the man rule and govern as he is. If you don't want to support him, okay, fine. But don't call for him to resign. You step out and stay out. And don't make him, okay, or run the next elections. Who you going under? What? You know, so you can't talk on both sides of your mouth, hoping that people go buy into you. It didn't work out that way. A lot of them realize that the somebody trying to get from the people, they get more criticism for it. So right now, Justin have, I think, a couple of days left up until March. Probably the government until March to push the house in order. I believe I will see a resurgence within the party for supporting Justin to remain as prime minister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I might be wrong, but based on what I see happening now, a lot of people stepping up. They don't want to contest the leadership role. So who are you gonna put? If nobody wants to stand up, you know what I mean? If nobody wants to stand up to take the leadership role, what do you think going to happen? Going back, because the Minister of Finance now say he's not going to contest. His focus is to do Donald Trump, yeah, and bring the economy. Yeah. So he don't take part in that period. Okay, two other people say no, they drop, no, they ain't taking part in that. It's not one. So I think the whole notion before, when the thing just started up, the media ignite the fire and say pushing it, but it become, when they go on the ground with the people, there's people who have discontent with the government and the Indian. They're not probably just Indian. They have probably the Indian people coming to Canada. That's it, and that's a complaint. But the economy doing well. They have jobs. They have things going through. The inflation rate has dropped. Right, but they have a problem with the Indian bloc coming and just in alignment with that, and so that is a problem. But you come doing well, you have a job, you have your house, you know what I mean. So I think you'll see a shift probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks in the Canadian politics, in the political arena, where people say, you know what, our leader, we don't have a good leader to replace Justin right now, so we'll go walk with it until the election. Yeah. I think they win. No government right now in Canada will win an outright majority in Canada right now. The vote going to split 3 ways. Yeah, 3 ways, and that's why I say about Grenada. You have a third party, you have a problem. You never have a majority government. You know, you will have a split, and that's the same thing happening in Canada right now. It's already happening. So you would not change. You understand? It would not change. It would be the same. I think the Liberal have a better. Any sitting government should not be losing the election. No, I am one of those believers. I don't know if I may be wrong. If I'm in government, I don't think I shouldn't be losing the election. Even though I win by 1 seat, I have to win the next election. You know what I mean? Because I have the money, I have the programs, I have everything to put in place for the people. Yeah. I could do what I want in education, I could do what with finances. If I have surplus, I could push in the economy. And in that political campaign, and I put in a party campaign, but I put it in the economy. Right? And people get in work. I shouldn't be losing the election. You know, so I yet to see a party whose time has shifted to change the prime minister in Canada win the next election.
Right. Yeah, that's never a good thing.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Whoever go in, they're going to lose the election, they will lose their seat. It has never changed for the last 30 years I've been here. Every time you push a prime minister out, the party lose the election. The person who they put in, who was the mainstay behind, lost their seat. Paul Martin was the biggest mistake that Canada should have learned from. he forced Christian out. He was the Minister of Finance, the economy was doing fine, and Christian was getting praise and having a good economy. He thought it was Christian time to go for him to rule. Boom! Christian resigned. Right, step on, give it to him. And the election came, he lost his seat, and the party lost the election. Happened with Harper, it happened with all of them who did that. Kim Campbell came in, boom. Another money, she lost his seat, lost the election. It don't work. I don't think the Kenyan electorate understands that. But the media does. But the media, if they don't like you, they will crucify you and jump up support against the party by using the media. I see the media is a very dangerous thing. Media is like the central organ of the economic and the politics of any country. They could sway people minds, right, to choose who they want them to choose. A lot of time media plays a big role in who win an election.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that's why it's important with mediums, yeah, like media houses, and a medium could be anybody that you listen to. You could put it come in the middle between you and the decision making, left or right, and the media is in the center. And who you listen to the most, you have their lifestyle, and the media have been able to do that, whether it's black and white or color. They do it right away. They stagnate you, they freeze you thinking. After they release you, they bring up a new idea, and they say, I think this person will be the prime minister. And they start pushing that person day and night. The interviews they give with him, they talk with him. Get him on this show, get him on that show. And think about Canada, right? The media network belongs to one corporation, Media Rogers. They control they control most of the print papers and the television and radio. Right? They all sisters system to everybody else. Right? So once you get involved with the media in Canada, Rogers, telephone, them and bell, radio station, Rogers, newsprint, Rogers, news magazine, Rogers. Right? So every nook and cranny media they control it. So they want whatever news they want to put out there, boom. The mainstream media is who they control it. So again, who play the piper get to dance? Yeah, get a dance. Yeah, but time is about 20 minutes to 25 minutes to 1.
Yeah.
And I looking forward to see what happens in Grenada going for this year. I hoping that we could.
No, well, we said that earlier. I think Grenada is going to have a very good 2025.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that. Yeah. And I think our comrade Pablo is doing a very good job in the community work that he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, that again will be a big asset at the end of the day for the Grenada government in the election. So that's another thing. I'm hoping to have him here one come back and do some stuff. Yeah, but I think that with the slight shift in the political arena in Grenada with the NMP, I think you'll see a deeper sense of people understand the party cycle better, all right, and making better political decisions. And I think now that there's a pressure still on the government ministers to perform. Yeah, there is still a need for them to perform, especially Northeast and St. Patrick's and Northwest St. Patrick's and Guelph. I think that 3 seats have to be, and then
those are the most at risk seats for the next election for the NDC.
Yeah, and I think we have to kind of get Guelph, get Victoria, big time. They have to get Victoria. I mean, the carriage is there, but you have to have a lot of work still have to be done in St. Mark's to capture that seat, take it away. You know, but St. Andrews Northeast again and the Southwest is another challenging seat. Yeah, and Michael, but this is right in his assessment. You know, not Southwest, yeah, Southwest seat. I think it's MMPS seat. He believed that could be win easily. I think you campaign for her to win. That's it, and you go there and go and help her to win that seat. But I don't know if within next year or so, if she will still be leader of the opposition of the party. I don't think so, because that now.
She's not. She's not leader of the opposition.
No, she's not the other position. You would Kid would not really increase that to her. It won't happen. You know, and Kid ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Go stay there.
He's gonna wait when the polls don't show us being able to beat Prime Minister Dick Mitchell, and then he's gonna orchestrate something where she resigns,
Yes.
and he's swooping as political leader.
Yeah.
And
He would do it. I mean, the guy is very cunning. He would do it. He would do it. And I'm not worried. I know that's the level.
political leader doesn't have any.
Huh? I hear you.
Political leader doesn't have prime minister.
No.
That's so many political cabinet. He's not the prime minister.
Yeah. I mean, think about it there, but the leader of the opposition, as it stands right now, is still, in my view, is still leader of the party.
Yeah.
That don't change anything. I mean, he couldn't do what he do with Peter. You know what I'm saying? So he's there as a political scapegoat.
But I thought circulating.
You're breaking up.
Something circulating saying that they right from.
I hear you properly. What happened? I'm not hearing you. You get frozen.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better. Yeah.
But like I said, there was something circulating this week saying that Peter is about to resign from NMP.
I don't know that. I mean, if you resign, I like I said, I think one of the things that could be done is that NDC will take him and make him prime minister. The senator make him prime minister.
That's my.
You're gone again. You're gone again. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I hear, but kind of muffled. Muffled, still muffled. I'm not even hearing you now.
Are you hearing anything now?
I hear you now, but kind of still a little muffled. Yeah. I know what happened on your end there. No, it's gone. Next signature. I ain't hearing you at all.
Okay, is it any better?
Very good, very good, very good now.
Now, what I was saying is that the Prime Minister is in the position because of his popularity and his command within the Parliament to make Peter an offer he can't refuse.
Exactly. I believe that too. I firmly believe that.
And there are some crazy NDC supporters who's going to say no, who does not understand the power of political power.
You don't understand it.
The importance of political power.
Watch.
Control it at all costs.
Exactly. Right?
You know?
Watch. The Prime Minister, if he made that move right now, and be going to the house for the next 20 years. I'm telling you. 20 years. They'll be in a doghouse for. They're not going to rise up that easy. I think it'd be a good move for Deacon to do that. Very good move. Because he didn't put him out.
And if you don't want to make him foreign minister, you could make him deputy foreign minister and ambassador to China. Two positions in one.
Yeah, simple as that. And you work in the best interest of the government.
Yeah, of course he will.
I mean, see what you want. I mean, Peter may not be popular among many NDC people, and that is understandable. But I think it will be an asset with conditions.
Of course, he would be.
Mm-hmm. It will be an asset. It will be an asset to the party and Grenada as a whole. So I think it makes sense. I think probably whatever the issue was with he and Uncle Tillman, I think that has dissipated now, and the new sheriff in town.
I do not blame Peter for that disaster. Peter was the least culpable in that disaster. There were other people who are more culpable.
Yeah, but again, we understand that. But now the transition
that's water under the bridge. You're moving.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The transition has gone. This is a new era, and you need to move greater forward. And I think that would be a good move to have that transition take place. Peter come back in as a senator in a senatorial position with the responsibility as prime minister.
No, you don't have to appoint him as senator. He's already a citizen.
Yeah, member of parliament. So make him offer, make him prime minister. Pull a Delma on him, bring him in. You know what I mean? Yes. I mean, look how Delma's striving. You know what I mean? So, so that would be a good thing for them to do, and they could build party structure, party influences, you know, in the community with both both he and Delma as proof why you can trust Keith for going to the next election. You can't trust them. You know, it's a good strategy to have to prove that this man is look at him and you can say, oh, hey, you know what? The man can't manage his own household. Why do you think that's why he mismanaged the country? You know what I mean? Use all those little political rhetorics against him. Right? And look at what he tried to do. You don't want nobody to that he could control, that he can't control today. And that dictatorial. You don't allow freedom of expression. You know, how we want a man to lead a country like this. So a lot of stuff could talk up against Kit. Big time. You know? Delma could use her influence now, you know, and her experiences from within to talk about and look at I told her what's gonna happen, I told her what happened and look at what happened. You know? So again, and then Peter could echo that same sentiment. Okay? Among other persons. And so they'll have a big I think right now NNP is in a life support. And scholars say mash it up. Doc mash it up.
Yeah.
And then Doc will mash it up, Doc will just deal with it.
He could break up the Ministry of Agriculture, Tourism, all this. Maybe put agriculture and tourism together, move somebody over there. And whoever is going to be I mean, I could see Peter as the foreign minister.
I believe so too. I believe that. Yeah. Well, Delbert, time for us to crack the job. Get out of here.
Right.
See you next week, Saturday morning.
All right, brother.
And a pleasant good afternoon to those who are listening. Yulin Alexander, good afternoon to you. John McCha, Macquarie, that's out there in Nigeria. Doris Maureen Charles, again, guys, and Julian McIntyre. Again, good afternoon to you guys. Please love, like, and share the show. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. When you come in, just hit the share button and go back on Facebook. Alright, so have a wonderful evening, everybody. And again, that show is brought to you by Ola's Kitchen, 477 Oakwood Avenue in Toronto. Century 21 Grenada, Paula Latouche Killer. Alright, check them out. And Granance, and also Cookies Pastry Delight and Benjamin Street in Grenville. Let them know that you heard it on GEMFM. Alright?
All right, comrade, so
we'll
chat during the week.
Yeah, alright, one of.
Okay, all right,
cool. Yeah, later.
Experience the warmth and joy of Century 21. Whether you live on island or you're visiting, come celebrate the season of giving. Stop by our office at XL Plaza in Granance for sorrel, black cake, and a friendly chat. Share your real estate dreams. Looking to buy, sell, or rent? We're here to make your property goals a reality. Visit c21grenada.com or call us today at 473-440-5227. Happy holidays, Century 21. Welcome home.